Hello friends, and welcome to Fishcraft. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you so very much. I've been quite busy doing some fishing since last episode, so I'm now at was 184,000 or so? 184,719 of the little fishies caught. This might be affecting the local trout population. I just realized that'd be a really good update. Add some more fish and like trout and stuff to the oceans. Or honestly, pretty much anything relating to the water would be good, because I spend a lot of time next to this water and I've seen pretty much everything there is to see a million times. And even so, it is still my favorite thing in this whole game, and I love it so much. You know what I don't love though? Phantoms, because I've been doing a lot of fishing on the 2 ships that I made in the last video, and I accidentally fell asleep while I was fishing, and I got beat up by the phantoms because I didn't have any cats with me. So we're gonna bring these two. So we're gonna bring these 2 with us, so that hopefully we can prevent any future dying. So I guess these 2 are the captains now. I can show you your boat, brown and white and very floaty and stuff. Captain number 1, Sylvester. Then captain number 2 is Oliver for the sunflower, because they're orange, and I thought it might make sense to have them be the captain of the sunflower, which does now move us on swiftly to our next part of the video, which is to go and build just a whole bunch of little fish stalls, because honestly I don't have long to record this video, and I don't know why I didn't add these sooner. It's been, oh gosh, how many episodes has it been since I made these? It's been 21 episodes since I made these fish stalls. Wow. I really have been putting this off. Time sure does fly when you're doing just a bunch of fishing. So it seems like first things first is we're gonna need a few of the cherry fences and some composters and some barrels, because those are the few things on these fish stalls that seem to be pretty universal. Okay, I've scrounged together a few resources, and we've got 27 barrels, 17 composters, and 58 cherry fences. Definitely more than enough for just the few fish stalls that I'll be making here. And after a little bit of thinking, I reckon I'm going to be making a green one. That's the solid green, like a cactus, not the lime green, because at some point I think we're gonna have 16 of these, because we've got to do all the different colors. Right, so the to-do list is green, purple, and I'm pretty sure blue. So let's get started. Oh my goodness, I just had a really good idea. Okay. Probably for the past like couple months, I've had this spot here behind me. It's still very, it's quite empty, and I wasn't really sure what to do with it. So I've just kind of left it here. And this little fish stall idea has given me quite the inspiration. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna add any more fish stalls on this side, and instead I will go and I'll take all the different colors for the fish stalls that I don't have yet, that aren't any of these, and I'll add them all over here into their own like little tiny market square. And when did I do that? So we're gonna put all the different fish stalls that we don't have yet onto this little platform. I think that's a great idea, and I don't know how it's gonna look. I can only hope it's gonna be okay. So let's get to chopping. So the first thing I did was go and chop down all these trees that have been here pretty much, I think, since I started my world. So it felt a little bad, but I know it's worth it, because we got a whole bunch of little fish stalls that we're adding here. So we started with the green, and I couldn't find a lot of different colored like stairs and trapdoors for green, so I had to end up using stuff like dark prismarine and weathered trapdoors and stuff. That pretty much applied to everything here, because a lot of these different fish stalls, none of them had corresponding like trapdoors and stuff. But I did my very best, which is about all you can do when you're building a bunch of the same thing and you're trying to turn it into something that looks good. And I think it turned out really good. I do really like this. I added, for some reason, I tried using some like wheat and stuff inside this stall just to give it the little bit of golden highlight that I felt like it needed. I added a bunch of sunflowers, but they're all facing the wrong way. I forgot that the sunflowers don't change, so I tried using a bunch of dandelions. I don't know why, I felt like this place really needed some yellow. So we've got some wheat inside this stall. I'm probably gonna remove it. In the meantime, I think this looks pretty good for having no clue what I was doing, or even what all I was gonna add here. Because when I first started, I originally thought I only was gonna add like the green and the blue and maybe a purple, but then I checked my color sheet, and it turns out I was missing quite a few of the other colors as well. So I should hopefully have all 16 of the little market stalls now. Actually, that'd be a good thing to check. We do have 16. Whew. Okay. Well, that's a load off my shoulders. This has been stuck in my brain for, I guess, 21 episodes now, so it feels great to finally have this done and dusted. I just need to go through now and add all of the corresponding llamas, which I think might have to actually wait a while, because I don't know that I've got very many llamas around here. I found one of them already. I've got the light blue because I had it just dangling from a fence over here at the frog trading outpost thing. I forgot what I called this. But I do have a few stragglers around here, just probably not enough. I take it back. I might be very close to having all the llamas I need. I just need one more. There we go. I forgot how many different llamas I have around here. Yeah, pretty much every time I ran into one while I was doing my fishing and stuff, I would put them in a boat so that they didn't despawn with their trader. Here, we'll put this one here. All right, there we go. Let's get you settled into your stall. Nice and lovely. Let's just put away our extra materials really quickly. And then I reckon we're gonna do some fishing because it's raining. Blub, 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 super fast fishy noises. There goes the rain. Doo 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 doo. Time to move on. Not sure if anybody noticed or not, but I did use this fish stall that I made, I think last episode, as the inspiration for the new ones because I looked at how the cherry fences matched up with the rest of it, and while it is a good contrasting color, I just felt like spruce was a better, you know, a more well-rounded type of wood. So I stuck with this kind. We got all the potted we got the potted plants with the fireplaces, a smoker, and a barrel. Maybe even I could put some fish over there too. How like me to be inspired by something I've already done 100 times. But if it's not broken, don't fix it. So we're gonna go back over here and we're gonna add some piles of fish and stuff, or I guess raw copper and raw iron because I really like them. And to give these llamas their respective carpets while we're at it. Wait a minute. I don't think I've ever seen this one before. The light gray carpet llama looks like a superhero. He's so cute. And then this one's a little bandit. Skippy John Jones. But the llama version. They're so cute. I love them so much. There we go. Green carpet. The little creeper. And then finally the regular blue. Ooh, that's fancy. I'm so happy this is finally done. As per usual, all of these llamas are definitely going to be needing a name. So if you all have any recommendations for some cute little llama names, do feel free to leave me some suggestions and I will add them as soon as I can. We need one for the light blue llama, the purple llama, gray, light gray, black, and blue and green. Thank you so much. Oh, can't forget to put away my mending book. Oh geez. While we're on the topic, I recently have been going through the barrels that I've got just thrown all around Kattphish here, which is the name of my village, by the way. I was going through all my barrels and I was picking out all the fish. And just from one small section of barrel sorting and chest looking through, I have filled up every single shulker box I own with just fish. No treasure, no trash, no anything. Just all of the different kinds of fish. And I think I've been doing a lot of fishing. Okay, we've just put away all the fish, which means it's time to go get the raw iron and the raw copper that we're gonna need for the little fish barrels that we're gonna be putting around the little marketplace area, because this is, believe it or not, a quality of life video. So I'm just going around and trying to make my place of residence just a little bit more cozy. And after a little bit of tinkering, this is what I've come up with so far, with just a small portion of what I think needs to be done around here. Just little tiny details, like we've got just a little fish drying rack, although I don't know how practical it would be for it to be outside. So maybe at some point we can add some sort of warehouse that's just this big open area just specifically for drying fish or something. But that's a future thing. But right now, this is what we've got. Just a tiny little fish drying rack. Before I continue, I just want to say that I've accidentally, I might have got a bit carried away, and I'm so sorry. So for the past, I'll say maybe the past hour and a half, I've just been running around collecting up all my weird little bits and bobs of resources, and I've just been throwing them around. And for the first time in a while, I've done some weird free flowing of some sort, and I think it actually came out really good. So right here, I decided to add in a couple of cranes because I know this is a pretty high fish area now, seeing as there's like 16 fish stalls and all kinds of buckets and crates filled with fish. I feel like it makes sense to have a bunch of cranes over here, right? Especially since this is also the docking area. So I added 2 of them, except I don't actually know what cranes look like. So this is just whatever came out of my noggin at the time. Same with the cranes that are over at my wharf over there. I didn't use real cranes as reference, so they might be a bit wrong, but that's okay. Oh, that's right! I haven't introduced you yet to this random horse I found and brought back specifically for the sole purpose of pulling this cart, only for me to realize that I have 100 million skeleton horses that could have done the job too. So we've got this other horse now. I don't know why I thought it appropriate, but I figured we've got all these fish, right? how we getting these fish back and forth between all these different buildings and stuff? So I've made a mailing system of the sorts, but only just for fish, because who cares about letters? Probably just my taxes and stuff anyway. I don't even care. That being said, I am very happy with the progress that I've made on the new marketplace section of Kattphish. Especially this little cart. I don't know what it is, but there was something about it being just like right in the middle of the walkway. It just feels right. I don't know why I like this so much. I've done a lot of different things. So here it is from the top view. It's a whole lot more cluttered, and I'm quite happy with how it's turned out. Oh, I just had a really good idea. What if I had like some stringing going across the way, maybe over here or over there somewhere, or something like a little piece of fabric, like just draping. I don't know why that feels like marketplace, doesn't it? Or like the fences with like the little hanging signs going off the top of them. Yeah, we'll try that really quick. We'll see how that looks. Okay, I take it back. I guess we're gonna do some fishing before we finish this, but it definitely it definitely looks interesting. And there goes the rain again. That was a bit disappointing. That was the shortest fishing break I've ever taken. After a little bit of tinkering, I think I've found a pretty good spot where this fabric overhang can look. This is like my third version of this. Turns out, you know, building a bunch of sailing ships really doesn't help with the fabric building skills or whatever. It doesn't like transfer over, so this was really difficult, but it certainly looks out of place. It definitely for me gives the marketplace vibes, which is all I'm going for. Do please let me know if you like this. I personally would tear it down right now, but I feel like my opinion is kind of biased, you know, because I made it and I strongly dislike everything that I make. So I think I'll leave it up for this episode. If you all approve, then it will stay. Oh, and in case you're wondering what this is, it was supposed to be spare fabric, but I think I might take it down because it does look like it's making the roadway a bit cluttered. Maybe a little too cluttered. There's cluttered like this, but then there's too cluttered. Maybe even 3 cluttered. I don't know. You know, it's builds like this that make me wish I'd updated to the Pale Oak update stuff. Nope. Just got a bunch of smooth quartz. Those trapdoors would go such a long way. And ta-da! Okay, yeah, that was spare fabric. It definitely was in the way. Maybe I can relocate it to, like, over here. There we go. This makes more sense. And I also went through and I took off one single piece of quartz slab here because I felt like this drooped maybe just a little bit too much for being a fabric that's, you know, slightly taunt. And I also fixed one of the levers up here so that it's, like, it looks like it's holding it. I don't know, it's just little tiny things go quite a long way. Oh, and I think I've come up with a good name for this horse. I'm gonna go with Fallow because the cart that they're pulling is a duplicate of the flower carts that were suggested to me by Fallowfoot for their original merch purchase. So I guess this is sort of an extension of that. And also, look at this fan art they did. They did a little fan art of my Minecraft character inside one of my favorite games ever called Wavetail. Thank you so much, Fallow. Also, if you want to name the horse something else, that's fine. It's really up to you. But for now, I will call the horse Fallow, and I thank you so very much. And ta-da! Oh, that's right. I do also probably need to equip all the chests to these llamas. I forgot about that. Yeah, let's do that really quick. All right, which one of you gets the crafting table? Oh, crafting table. No, crafting table. All right, here we go. Give you a little chest. Oh, it makes the noise for me. I made the noise, but it does it already. That's so cute. Oh, I love it. It's so cute. That's a good time. I cannot be happier with this new little marketplace area. I don't know what else I could add here. There's so many things I could do, and there's so many things I want to do. However, I believe it is time for me to do my mandatory fishing of the episode. I don't know how much I'll be able to catch today, considering I've just got this one day left for fishing, but that's okay, because a little bit of fishing is better than none. Come along, Loaf. Let's find ourselves a good little fishing spot. I reckon in celebration of this new marketplace area, we'll do some fishing over here somewhere. All right, we'll say right here is a good spot. Let's get our shulker boxes down, grab ourselves a kitty cat, then we should be pretty good to do some fishing now. And can I just say that I'm so glad that I brought Seafoam, which is my cat by the way, with me to my fishing spot because I already fell asleep fishing and I almost got killed by the phantoms. Again, I might add, because I just recently lost, what, like 250 levels? Don't fish and be tired at the same time. It doesn't work. Although I guess that's kind of hard to do because fishing is quite relaxing. So naturally, I get pretty sleepy while I do it, which I reckon is one of the charms of fishing. You get to just sit by the water. You get to look at the waves if the game has any. Oh, that'd be really cool actually if the game had like tides and stuff. Moving right along, at the beginning of the video, I was at 184,000 fish caught, I think, which is about 3,000 fish caught, by the way, before I even started the video. I don't know why I do this to myself. Anyway, I was at 184,000, and after about 6 hours, sorry, seven and a half hours of fishing, I am now at 186,894, which I reckon is pretty good for just one day. And I would have done more if it wasn't for you meddling, sleep-deprived brain. Okay. I need to go to sleep now. I thank you all so very much for watching this episode of Fishcraft. I appreciate every single one of you, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!